Jill Enfield, born in Miami Beach, Florida, 1954, is one of photography's most innovative artists as she blends old historical processes and techniques with today's latest digital trends in order to produce unique images with photographic qualities that span centuries. Jill Enfield works as a highly respected editorial and commercial photographer who has been featured in Fortune magazine, New York Times magazine, Life, and National Geographic. In 2002, Enfield's book, Photo Imaging: A Complete Guide to Alternative Processes, gained her a leading role in the teaching of processes in which she has accumulated great experience. The book provides a full instructional guide with tips from the master herself of the hands-on techniques from the 19th and early 20th centuries, such as cyanotype, calotype, Van Dyke Brown, tintype, and collodion. Her hand-painted works and wet plate collodion processes, originally used during the Civil War, is currently where the direction of her photography is settled. Enfield's earliest works consisted of still lifes, architecture, and landscapes, in which she evokes mysterious and dreamlike emotions of the places and objects she captures with the manipulation of light, color, and texture. Using infrared film, Enfield gives life to her non-human subjects. The following photos can be categorized as aesthetically evaluative, as she captures typically mundane objects in a strikingly unique and beautiful way. She considers her subjects to be aesthetically pleasing and conveys this to the viewer with her photographic form. This photo, taken in Enfield's travels to Italy, the viewer can almost feel the humidity and heat that looms in the air. Light casting beyond the still fan draws the viewer's eye into the vacant room. The dark cracks in the wall give the sense that the space was once filled with light, and maybe not too long ago, people walked through the doorway that now stands a black hole. Even as the room sits empty, the grain and noise shown in the development of the photograph give it a warm and welcoming feel. This photo is one of Enfield's many architectural pieces. In her early works, she found interest in capturing the interiors and exteriors of people's homes and giving them lifelike qualities. This particular photograph evokes a ghost-like feeling as the massive estate sits dark in contrast to the sun's rays that dance around it. Continuing with the imagery of ghost-like presences, this piece, also taken during her travels abroad, gives a feeling that life may have just been in the room. The strong contrast between black and white and the fluidity of the white sheet blowing in the breeze exemplifies life and death. The strongly lit area, beginning on the right side of the photo, channels into the small source of light located in the far left corner above the door, creating a light at the end of the tunnel effect for the viewer. Was life once here? Will it ever be back? This haunting image is one of Enfield's beautifully hand-painted photographs, which she is most well known for. During this process, which can be done digitally, but one of which Enfield chooses to meticulously craft with a paintbrush and oil-based washes, she instills dreamlike qualities that hint away from reality while remaining non-abstract. Her color palette is seen to be influenced by Andrew Wyeth and Edward Hopper. This particular photograph attracts viewers with the hand-painted exaggeration of the sunlight being cast in a geometric pattern on the porch chairs that seem to still slowly be rocking after the departure of their recent occupants. Contrasting pale blue and orange washes in this hand-painted photograph give an elegant aged quality to the grand staircase. Enfield's ability to control her light with both her photographic skills and painting skills allows her to give new meaning and thought to her prints. The viewer's eye ascends the staircase out from the darkness below and leaves us with the question of what lies outside of the frame of the photo. Cyanotype, quoted to be one of Enfield's favorites, allows her to better control the photographic process. Although the prints are not as sharp as her palladium prints, the blue hues in her cyanotypes provide more than unique photographs. Carrying on her desires to produce genuine and original pieces through different processes, she has also experimented with printing upon different surfaces. Here, Enfield has bestowed an image on a series of tiles in which she developed her architectural photograph upon, in a darkroom with liquid emulsion, to serve as a sculptural piece that was later set into a wall. More recently, Jill Enfield has been taking on a series of ethically evaluative portraits for a project called New Americans that she aims to capture the lives of immigrants living in the United States and as a protest against profiling and prejudice. Traveling with her darkroom, she works quickly using the collodion mixture and glass plates shooting with a wide open lens and low depth of field in order to reduce movement during the long exposure. The quality, as shown in this image, is soft while still displaying great detail and textures in the subject's features. The clarity of the subject's eyes in this image tell a great deal, as they are framed by hard-earned wrinkles that dress the tired and worn face. The subject's glare provides a perfect image of the struggles that Enfield works to capture in order to illustrate the lives of those new to American soil. Working on glass, collodion mixture is poured onto the plate, as shown here, and then dipped into silver, allowing the plate to become light sensitive in order for it to be photographed upon. The glass plate is then brought back into the darkroom to be developed, in turn becoming the photograph's negative. Another one of Enfield's New Americans allows the viewer to share in the emotional exhaustion that is displayed on this woman's face. The off-centered, slightly cut-off placement of the subject gives the sense that there is more to the story of the woman photographed in the frame. This portrait captures a small parcel of time in which the subject seems to be exhaling her struggles faced after a long day. The unique qualities of a wet plate collodion print is displayed here, as the errors resulting from differences in the composition of collodion mixture, fingerprints, and developing flaws can have upon the overall photographic quality. The processing flaws allow what may have been a typical portrait to have unique qualities that help with Enfield's portrayal of life plagued by prejudice and profiling. Jill Enfield's great understanding of both the scientific and artistic components of photography allows her to create beyond the typical images that are more easily acquired by digitally developed photographs of today in her production of one-of-a-kind fine art pieces. While embracing the luxuries of the new digital photographic age, Jill Enfield keeps a close hold onto the historical, hands-on processes, enriching the artistic experience for both the photographer and the viewer.